Hello you lovely Mario Maker person, my name is Ceave and welcome back. So this video is the 100th video on this channel. To celebrate this we're going to do something different today. Today I will answer many of the questions you wonderful people asked me last week, and while we do so we'll take a look at the very first and super mediocre Mario Maker levels, which I made long before I uploaded the first video on this channel. We will talk about some personal questions, the future of Mario Maker, the possibilities of a Mario Maker Switch, and about pizza. Sadly I won't be able to answer every single question since there were far too many, but I tried to determine the most popular questions and we'll talk about these. So are you ready? Let's do this! So let's start with a few personal questions. Where do you live? Your accent is awesome. Feel free to say something in your native language too. I assume Ceave isn't your real name. Then what is? What was your first ever Nintendo game? Okay, so I live in Austria, which means my native language is German with a pretty heavy Styrian accent. I actually have the same accent as Arnold Schwarzenegger in his early movies. My real name is Stefan, which would be like Steve in English, which also should explain why I call myself Ceave. It's basically the most over-fancified way to say Steve I was able to come up with. So my first ever Nintendo game, I actually don't know. I have an older brother and there were always video games around me when I grew up. My earliest gaming memory is probably playing Super Mario Land on the original Game Boy and not being able to beat the very first stage. Okay, so something in my native language. Let's go with: In meinem Herzen, Mario ist und bleibt ein Installateur für immer. Ceave, if you were any type of Mario enemy, what would you be? I'd go with Goomba. I think Goombas are way cooler than people think. How old are you? When did you start playing Mario Maker? I'm 26 years old and I got Mario Maker on release. Why did you start making videos? I love your voice. Well, thank you. The answer why I started making videos is actually pretty funny. So, I made a 7-level long The Legend of Zelda game in Super Mario Maker. This took me almost a month and I was, and actually still am, super proud of these levels. And then I uploaded all of them at once. And no one played them, which really frustrated me. I even posted the levels in the Super Mario Maker Reddit and still no one played them. So I tried to find a way to get people to play these stages since I spent so much time creating them. And I thought maybe I could buy a capture card and do a couple of videos on some tricks I used in these stages to get people to play them. So the irony of this story is people actually started to play these levels before the channel had 50 subs. I entered 2 of the 7 levels to the Level of the Week contest on Reddit and both won their week, and suddenly I had thousands of stars in Mario Maker and a YouTube channel with maybe 30 subscribers. So I stopped to care about people playing my courses and really started to care about people watching my videos. And here we are, 100 videos later. What is your favorite Mario level genre to make, as well as which is your favorite to play? I really enjoy making traditional Mario levels and I love to create puzzle stages. Do you like chicken? I do. I do like chicken. My question will have to be, do you reckon Mario Odyssey will be just as good, if not better, than Mario 64? And will there be a video on it? I actually do believe that Odyssey will be the best 3D platforming game to be ever created and I'm incredibly hyped. There will definitely be a couple of videos about Odyssey. I plan to do at least one on the game design of it and I plan to get into glitch hunting and speedrunning of the game. So there will be probably something related to this as well. We might even do the same we did with Mario 64 with Odyssey, but I need to get my hands onto the game first. Are you a Goomba? Come on, that's absurd. I'm definitely not no Goomba no. What is your dream Maker game? I'd love a Nintendo Maker game where a lot of different Nintendo games could be mixed together, like playing as Kirby and inhaling enemies, but the enemies are from a Wario game and the stage looks like a Metroid level, but there are Donkey Kong barrels which you can enter to shoot Kirby around, like a Maker game with tons of different Nintendo franchises and the possibility to mix them around in crazy ways. Do you want a second Mario Maker or a deluxe? Why not both? If Mario Maker Switch doesn't happen, would you stick to Mario Maker U or derivate to other games? In case of the latter option, do you have other games in mind? Okay, so first, I'm almost certain that Mario Maker Switch is going to happen at some point for a very simple reason. Both Mario Maker games sold really well. Mario Maker is the 7th best-selling Wii U game and sold more copies than Yoshi's Woolly World and the Wind Waker HD remaster combined, and Super Mario Maker on the 3DS almost outsold A Link Between Worlds, even though A Link Between Worlds was released in 2013. The sales for Mario Maker were good overseas and really good in Japan, which is a good sign as well, and while Nintendo is known to make very strange business decisions, they usually stick with games that sell good. For example, Mario Party Island Tour on the 3DS only sold half as many copies, but I'm quite sure we will see another Mario Party game. And yes, there are a couple of obstacles to overcome because the Switch touchscreen works differently, but these problems can be solved. But to actually answer the question, I'll definitely stick with Mario Maker. The Mario Maker community isn't going to magically disappear, but there are a couple of other things I have planned for the future of this channel. I actually want to do a video for every single Mario game ever made, but I'm not entirely sure yet how this format is going to work. But it's something I've definitely planned for the future. Okay, now the really tough questions. Rabbit or marmot? That's tough, but I go with marmot. Llama or kangaroo? That's a really close one as well. Llamas. And the last one is obviously, beyond any doubt, cats. What's your favorite video you made? Probably the one about the story of Luigi. I'm really happy how this one turned out. What's your favorite game that is not Mario Maker or Mega Man Maker? That's really hard to answer. I'm a really nerdy gamer and I played tons and tons of games. Minecraft is one of my all-time favorites. I just recently played Ori and the Blind Forest and it was amazing. I'm currently trying to finally get the Platinum trophy in Skyrim. I love Ocarina of Time and Super Mario 64, and there are so many great other games that I've played. But if I have to pick my all-time favorite game of all time, I'd go with a game 99% of you probably don't know. Might and Magic 6. It's one of the very first 3D RPGs ever made, and it's such a brilliant game which I played so much as a child. I just wanted to record some footage of the game and I ended up playing it for hours. God, I love this game. What do you like to do if you have writer's block for Mario Maker levels to help get ideas? There are a couple of things that tend to help me. Limiting yourself sometimes helps, like trying to come up with something cool that only uses question blocks and saw blades. Playing a quick 100 Mario challenge also helps often, and if it's really bad, I usually just let it be, do something different and come back later. Do you like pizza? Yes, I do like pizza. Who makes the awesome art in the thumbnails? I do the thumbnails myself. I usually take an in-game scene or a piece of promotional art, redraw and simplify them in Inkscape and put them together. This, for example, is where the Bowser Jr. and Mario for the latest Bowser Jr. thumbnail came from, and how they look before I colorize them. What is the best idea, in your opinion, that you've ever come up by yourself? It's pizza toast. Just take a piece of toast, put tomato sauce and cheese on top of it and put it on top of a grill plate. It's delicious, trust me, it's great. But if the question was Mario Maker related, probably the don't run mechanism. What is your favorite Mario game that is not Mario Maker? Definitely Super Mario 64. Is this a question? Yes, this is a question. Is there going to be a video dedicated to Bowser's Space Base? Bowser's Space Base may or may not be currently under construction. What do you think the future of Mario Maker is? Will its community stay alive or will it be forgotten in the near future? Well, I'm quite certain that we'll see a sequel sooner or later, but even if we don't, the community will stay active. There still is a community for Super Mario 64 and this game is really old. There is still a really active Skyrim community and there was a huge Mario ROM hacking community long before Mario Maker ever existed. Communities don't go away if a game gets older, and I'm actually quite sure there will still be tons of people interested in Mario Maker in 5 or even in 10 years. How hyped are you for Super Mario Odyssey? Woo! I'm all aboard the hype train. What contraptions have you not figured out yet? A working tic-tac-toe artificial intelligence and a way to make a Tetris stage where the game actually checks if a line of block exists. When will you start to do those Minecraft tutorials again? I actually have the ideas for a dwarf and themed builds in Minecraft video finished for ages and I never found the time to finish the video. I probably should just finish this video. Who is your favorite Mario Zelda person? definitely Toad. Because Toad is to Mario what a Goomba is to Bowser Jr. Toad is awesome. Ceave, do you ever think about playing other games apart from Mario games? The games showcased on this channel are probably going to be either creative games like Mega Maker or Minecraft, or Mario Nintendo related games. It's not that I don't play other games, but I don't know if I started to upload World of Warcraft lore videos on this channel, it would probably feel a little bit out of place. Do you think of yourself as a scientist? Nah. I'm just a simple Goomba, doing his job. If more things could be added to Mario Maker, what would you add? That's a pretty big question. There are tons of things I'd love to see, and I'll probably do a video about this in the near future. But for starters, I really want a block which Mario can pass but which is unpassable for enemies. I'd love to have placeable water tiles. I really want something that makes playing other people's levels more rewarding, like a completely new play system. More power-ups would be great, and more decorative options would be really cool as well. Okay, so that's mainly it, but before we end this little video, I have to reveal last week's magic trick, and I got a new super duper 100 episode special magic trick for you this week. So last week we took a look at these shell mats, which were inside a bullet blaster. The reason why this works is actually surprisingly simple, and a lot of you actually figured it out. The shell mats are enclosed in a block together with a note block, which they really don't like, and so they decide to enter the bullet blaster instead. Okay, so for next week we will do something a little bit different. I created a small one-screen puzzle, and the question for next week is the following: how to beat this stage? I tried to make the level as hard as possible, and there are a lot of really strange mechanisms needed in order to beat it. Just to be clear, the stage isn't designed to be a good stage. It's designed to be the toughest and most unfair puzzle level I was able to come up with. Next week we'll take a look at the solution of the stage, but everyone who manages to beat the level until then will get an entry on the PSTCL. In case you're wondering what the PSTCL is, it is the People Smarter Than Ceave list. So good luck beating the level. I hope I made it hard enough, and I hope that you enjoyed this little video. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to leave me a thumbs up, and maybe your questions feel especially answered today and you want to hit the subscribe button as well. I hope that you have a wonderful day and to see you soon. Goodbye.